Hi everybody, it's Don and I hope you're having a fantastic day. Well, we do have some cruise news today as I'm enjoying the Caribbean Princess here on our way to Iceland. We just left Cork. I'll have some videos going up about that and some of the stops we've done on board as well. Just takes a little longer to edit those, especially with slow internet, but they'll be coming up in the very near future. But before that, we do have some cruise news I would like to cover. Everything from the new Disney ship, where it's going to be sailing from. Good news if you're loyal to Royal and you're a solo cruiser, because they're lowering the single supplement, but don't get too excited. It's not for everybody and it's not for every sailing. Also, we have great news if you're into the new ship builds, because one cruise company just said, yeah, we just tripled our sales. So, in the build-up to launch Disney's new ship, the Destiny, it goes on sale, I believe, August 9th. They've had 3 days of grand gestures, and here's what our ship's all about, etc. A few things that have come out so far. There will be more later on today, but some of the things that have come out are, it's going to be sailing out of Fort Lauderdale. That's right, it's going to start sailing out of Fort Lauderdale. A surprise to many people who thought, oh, for sure, Orlando, right? Orlando, it's Disney. Nope, Fort Lauderdale, as they need to spread out more because they have more and more ships coming out every year, it seems, lately, as the order book for Disney has grown substantially. They also say they're going to have a Lion King family meal. I believe it's called the Pride Lands Feast of the Lion King, where you'll be treated to not only a great meal, Disney does have some great meals on board, as well as music and dancing from the show and musical theme of Lion King. And if you've ever seen the Broadway shows, or even the show at Disney, you know these are very entertaining and a great hit with young and old alike. So that sounds like a pretty great choice for them. Next, we have Fincardi. Well, Fincardi has now said they have over $8 billion in orders now for upcoming cruise ships into the future. In fact, this year was so big, you just heard Carnival announce some new ships ordered from them. There are 3 new mega ships. Well, that they tripled their sales at the beginning of the month. So that's a pretty good month for a cruise ship company, or any company for that matter, when you can triple your sales that month. And yeah, $8 billion worth of order books so far, which is really helping that company turn around its financials and everything from the, of course, pandemic, when a lot of things slowed down. Remember when Carnival said, we're not making any more new ships? And now they're ordering like everybody else, including Royal, Princess, Norwegian, Celebrity. Everybody's ordering new ships these days. Juneau has also just passed a clearance, as the assembly in Juneau has sided with the state against an appeal to hold up its 5th dock there. There's a new dock being planned out, a whole new complex, including a welcome center, restaurants, new dock as well, right beside where they have the Coast Guard is right now. And one lady put in a appeal saying it's against the health and safety of the Juneau, etc. And the state said, no, it's not. And the assembly had to come across and say, yeah, this really doesn't affect health, doesn't affect safety. Everything can be built according to plan. And it does kind of coincide with our plans for the docks going forward anyway. So they have sided with the state, and the appeal has been dropped. And the lady says she won't appeal the decision, but of course she's one of those activists that are there highly against cruise ships in Juneau and looking to cut back all of the day, as many cruise ships as they can. But she says she'll monitor this more in the future. And again, this state, even the assembly came out and said, this does not mean we're going ahead with the project, that we agree with the project. It just means that we voted that we can legally do the project. Okay, don't you guys in Juneau actually need to make up your minds? Just hold your vote already. Just do something instead of going up in limbo. Present both sides, make the decision, and then stick to it. This ongoing decision of yes, we will, no, we won't, just makes it hard for everybody going forward, including the people who want to visit the towns and the people who don't want to visit the towns. Just make a decision already. Next, we also have Royal Caribbean has announced that it is reducing its single supplement for some people, not for everybody. Now, if you are loyal to Royal and you have reached that Diamond Plus status, which is around the 340 point mark, well, you already receive a single supplement of 150%. So currently, if I'm going solo on Royal Caribbean, well, I think I'm Diamond Plus now. So if you're a normal person who's just going on their third or fourth cruise, goes out and books a single solo cruise by yourself on Royal Caribbean, you're paying for two people. You're paying 200% of what the fare is because everything's based on two people, just like every other cruise line out there. Well, if you were 340 points or above Diamond Plus, you would get it at 150%. So you would save roughly 25% of a double cabin. Now they're reducing that single supplement to 125%. Again, there's another catch. It's not on every sailing. It's not. It's only on particular sailings. Basically sailings that are deemed as Trans-Pacific, Transatlantics, or Panama Canal sailings. Yeah. A lot of people will say, yeah, you know, those are very coveted sailings, Transatlantics, Trans-Pacifics. Actually, they are probably some of the least booked of the cruises. Many people really enjoy those transatlantics, but they're not port intensive. They have 6 or 7 sea days in a row. And a lot of people don't like that. They'd rather have stops in ports. A lot of people are afraid to go across the ocean and have no contact with anybody for days. A little bit, you know, scared of the ocean and what it can possibly do with the weather, etc. But a lot of people love them. I'm going on a transatlantic this year. I love my transatlantic. It's so restful. It's one of the most peaceful vacations you can do because there's no rush to get up in the morning. There's no rush to do anything. You can just sit, relax, and enjoy the ship. And that's why they're really fun for myself. But they don't tend to always sell out compared to a normal sailing on a ship. A repositioning sailing from one country to another, from one continent to another, is not necessarily the biggest sellers out there. So this is a move to attract more solo people for that destination, and especially nowadays when you consider the cost of flights. It's much cheaper to fly, say, from Indiana up into Florida, take a 10-day cruise out of Florida, than it is to fly to Barcelona, Rome, Athens, Southampton, anywhere else, and then take that cruise back, because the flights down there can be as much as the cost of the entire cruise. So yes, that's one of the reasons that they're trying to supplement that a little bit for people who are looking to cruise solo and have reached that big milestone of hitting Diamond Plus. Let me know what you guys see. Do you think there should be more single supplements for those people? Do you think it's fair that everyone's paying 200%? I think it's not, because I would definitely love to save 100% of my cruise fare every time I sail, but I've grown accustomed to it, and it is what it is. But cruise lines have to make money, and that's what they're doing, so I can't disagree too much with their decision, because they're making the big bucks. But let me know in the comments down below, would you think about taking a Disney cruise now that you know, say, a Broadway kind styles dinner feast, Lion King, is out there? That sounds kind of interesting to me. Well, I hope you appreciate this video. If you did, please give it a thumbs up. Want to see more tips, more tricks, more travel vlogs from around the world? Hit that subscribe button. Until next time, have yourself a safe and a great vacation.